I want to share a little bit about why I'm so passionate about getting Christians ready to speak, getting next generation Christians empowered for influence in the world by helping their coaches and mentors and parents and teachers be ready to get them ready to speak. So I've been sharing some of my favorite illustrations from scripture on this topic. And another favorite of mine is the story of Moses. I think there's so much to learn when we look at Moses' life. And so we start with Moses was raised in the palace. He wasn't born into royalty, but he was raised by royalty. And here's something we know about royalty. Throughout the history of the world, they got the best of whatever was available in the time, in the day. So we know that Moses got the best education available as he was growing up in the palace. And we also know this by looking at the history of the world. We know that nobility always taught their heirs to communicate well. Why? Because the rulers, the ruling power, wanted their heirs to be able to pass on what was important to them. And is that really any different for us? We can represent the King of Kings. We have a message to share that matters to the world of hope and peace and love and truth. If we do, we need to be able to communicate it really well. And we should be training the next generation to be ready to speak when they're called on. But being ready isn't only about being able. And that's why I want to pick up the story of Moses. If we look at Exodus, the account in Exodus chapter 4, we see this. God comes to Moses and he says, I want you to go and speak to Pharaoh. I have a message for you to give to Pharaoh. And Moses says to God, I don't want to go. As a matter of fact, God, I stutter and I stammer and I've never been really good with words, and you should send someone else. So Moses argues with God until you can look this up and read it for yourself. God, it says, God's anger burned against Moses. Moses ticked off God. Why? Because God had prepared him and he was not available. Part of being ready to speak is not only being able, but being available. Here in the Institute for Cultural Communicators, we help young people know what it's like to be available, to be ready and willing, to be ready for the opportunity when it arises and available to step into it, whatever the platform, in person, digital, one person, a large audience, at a microphone, on a stage, on social media. What does it mean to be available, able and available to be ready to speak?